as it happens. For now, we're going to look at some news from Pakistan, where President Pervez Musharraf has called for political stability and reconciliation in a televised speech on the eve of his country's Independence Day. It was his first public address since the coalition government announced plans to impeach him. Musharraf, of course, under mounting pressure to step down, and as Kamal Haider reports, the president's looking more and more isolated.
They're already calling him the lonely commando, and the signs are there for everyone to see. One by one, his loyalists have been jumping ship. On the eve of the country's 61st birthday, and amidst much pomp and ceremony, the president and his loyalists took time out to enjoy the festivities with music and dance. But in his much anticipated Independence Day address, President Musharraf didn't mention resignation in the face of impeachment proceedings against him. Instead, he called for reconciliation.
तो लिहाजा मैं ये कहना चाह रहा था कि अपनी इकोनॉमी
I wanted to say that if we have to fix our economy and fight terrorism, then we need political stability in Pakistan. And unless we bring political stability to Pakistan, we can't fight both things properly. And in my view, political stability will come through a reconciliation approach as opposed to a confrontational approach.
But the country's new chief of army staff did not attend the festivities. He spent Independence Eve with soldiers at a military academy in the northwest frontier province. But as dawn broke over Islamabad with a 21-gun salute, it was the Prime Minister who was the master of the ceremonies. And General Ashfaq Kiani was very much present along with the Chief of the Air Force and the Navy. A clear sign that the military stood behind a leadership chosen by the people. With tens of thousands displaced from the fighting in the tribal regions of the frontier province and trouble in Balochistan, many say the leadership of the country should have paid more heed to their plight rather than take time out for festivities. A nation of 160 million proud may have room to celebrate the 61st anniversary of their country. However, no one expects the present political leadership or a beleaguered president to be able to bail them out of a political and economic turmoil. Kamal Haider, Al Jazeera, Islamabad.
Let's talk more about this with Makhdoom Babar. He's the editor-in-chief of the Dailymail newspaper in Islamabad. Many thanks for your time. How is President Musharraf's position tenable now? His public profile has dived over the last few months. His own government, or at least the government that has been elected, has clearly no support for him. How can he hang on?
Well, he has a stance that he is an elected president for the next 5 years. He was elected by an elected parliament, and that is his legal and constitutional position at the moment. But the journalists and general public here, they look at it very interestingly, that why the ruling alliance, who is ready to impeach him, why are they suggesting President again and again that he should resign? The only answer comes to us is that maybe they are not very much optimistic about the success of impeachment movement, because the charge sheet they are preparing, it seems they have nothing in that charge sheet. So President on the other side is ready to confront the charges that the ruling alliance is going to frame against him. So last night he was seen very calm and composed and confident while attending the function at the President House regarding the Independence Day of Pakistan.
So you're saying that they perhaps feel, they being the Parliament and the government, feel that maybe the impeachment charges aren't that strong against him. Could it not be that they're actually saying if a president is being impeached anyway, if there's that much negative feeling towards him anyway, that perhaps he should just go before he's pushed anyway?
Yes, but why are they suggesting him to resign? If they have strong grounds to impeach him, then they should only be going for a full-fledged impeachment movement instead of suggesting him to resign and trying to generate pressure against around him to resign. Like every day one provincial assembly is passing a resolution against him and in favor of impeachment, whereas these provincial assembly rulings have got nothing to do with the actual impeachment movement, and every assembly is asking him to resign. They are not, just supporting the impeachment movement, and they are still framing the charges. It's been 4 days for now that they have announced impeachment, but still they have not finalized the charge sheet. So it's very interesting. People are seeing it like you are accusing some person first and framing charges, and then looking for charges after accusing him of something.
So
No,
why
they are
isn't he-
looking for what they have to accuse.
Why isn't he saying anything, though?
Yes.
Surely a man in his position where there's this much negative press against him, surely he would come out and say, no, I'm not going anywhere. I mean, as I said at the start of this interview, his public profile, ever since the new government's come along, he has been so quiet throughout the whole thing. Why is he not coming out and saying something?
Just last night, while addressing the nation on Pakistan television, he addressed the nation very confidently, but if you can read between the lines, he tried to convey a counter charge sheet to the ruling alliance. Like he said that the Pakistani currency is going down, dollar is tumbling up. During last 8 years, during President Musharraf tenure, he said the dollar stuck up to ₹60. Now it has gone in last 4 or 5 months, it has gone to 75. Like he said, there was conspiracies against the inter-services intelligence and Pakistan army from outside Pakistan and from within Pakistan. And he said that the conspiracy against the state is going on, it should not be tolerated, and the economy and everything, he said, is in the verge of a collapse and it needs to be addressed quickly and as swiftly as possible. So it appears that he is also making a counter charge sheet against the ruling alliance, but he is waiting until the ruling alliance announces their charge sheet against him so that he can study it and he can respond to it.
Makhdoom Babar from the Daily Mail in Islamabad, many thanks for your time. Now, rescuers in Vietnam have finally